Hi everyone. So we have seen the numerical of IDF curves. Similarly, you can expect numerical from DAD curves also. So very simple relation you have. So to find the average rainfall depth P dash, what you need to do is P dash is equal to P naught raised to minus K A raised to N. So this is the relation that you'll be using for DAD analysis. So P dash is the average rainfall in centimeters. So you will be getting the depth of rainfall in centimeters, and P naught is the maximum rainfall in the area considered, that too in centimeters, and K and N are constant, and A is the catchment area in square kilometers. So that's how you have to use for the numerical of DAD. So I hope the DAD is quite clear from yesterday's video. So what happens in DAD is you have depth and area, you have depth, area, and duration will be varying. So I'll just explain a very simple term. See, what happens is, if I've considered two catchment area, one catchment area having 1 square kilometer and another catchment area having 10 square kilometer, and both these area same quantity of rainfall is happening. Say for example, the same quantity of water. See, say for example, both are receiving a particular 1 unit of rainfall. Is receiving 1 unit. I'm talking about the volume, nothing else. I'm talking about the volume of water. So this is also receiving 1 unit of, say for example, so I can quantify anything. Let it be 1 meter cube, and this also 1 meter cube. 1 meter cube is a very large quantity of water, but still. So 1 meter cube of water is coming down. Here also 1 meter cube of water is coming down. And this is getting spread in 1 kilometer square, and this is getting spread in 10 square kilometer area. So we know that the volume means area multiplied by depth. So here the area is less. To hold this much water, what happens is the depth will be quite more, isn't it? Because the area is just 1 square kilometer. So to hold 1 meter cube of water, the depth will be more. And what about whenever water comes here, it gets spread to the whole catchment. So what happens? The depth will be less. So here the depth will be less. So I hope this is clear. This concept is clear. That means if you take two catchment area with different areas, what happened to the depth? So the depth, so when the catchment area increases, from 1 square kilometer to 10 square kilometer, what about the depth? The depth decreases. So that's fine. Now the second condition, if I take this same area, say for example 1 square kilometer, two rainfall events are occurring. First rainfall event is occurring for 1 hour. Then the next rainfall event is occurring for 5 hours. That means the duration is varying. So we have to find the variation of depth, area, and duration, isn't it? So when the duration is varying, so what happens when the duration varies? Let's assume that the intensity of rainfall is same. Say for example, the rainfall is coming for 1 centimeter per hour. So both are receiving 1 centimeter per hour. So what happens? So when this is receiving 1 centimeter per hour, it means only 1 centimeter rainfall is occurring for 1 hour. Now what happens if the same rainfall is occurring for 5 hours? It means 1 centimeter per hour multiplied by 5 hours. So it means 5 centimeter of rainfall is occurring. So what happens? When the duration increases, when the duration of rainfall increases, what happens to the depth of rainfall? The depth of rainfall also increases. So in the second case, I am considering a single area, but what am I changing? I am changing the duration. So I'm assuming the rainfall to be the same intensity. What happens is, when the duration increases, the depth of rainfall increases. More the duration, more will be the depth of rainfall. So that when the duration increases, what happens to the depth? The depth also will be increasing. So if I'm connecting all these things, so I can write the other way also. Duration, if it is less, depth will be less. So connecting these two things, when the area is more, the depth will be less. So the duration of rainfall will also be less. That's how it's a relation. And the vice versa connection will be, when the area is less, the depth will be more, and when the duration is more, also depth will be more. So this is the two relation. So I've already said that when the area increases, what happens to depth? Depth will be decreasing. So it is an inverse relation. but it will be varying like this. So if you plot it with the actual rainfall values, you'll be getting values like this. So earlier we have seen IDF, it was varying like this. That typical shape is coming because of the actual nature. Here it is with a convexity upwards. The shape of this is upwards. So this is for a particular duration D1. Now for another duration D2, it will be like this. So it will be varying like this for a D3. This will be D3 more than D2 more than D1. Now if you have some doubt, for the same area, if you consider for the same area, which I explained, for the same area, see here the area was 1 square kilometer. There are two durations. Here one duration, here another duration. This corresponds to a particular depth. This corresponds to a particular depth. So when the duration increase, the depth also increase. So this D2 corresponds to a higher duration. So it means the depth increased. So that's what I have explained here. So that can be explained using this equation also. And this equation, so this curve and the numerical expression of that curve is the average depth of rainfall is given by P naught minus P naught raised to, sorry, there's an exponential term. See, I'm sorry. There's a E naught, E exponent. P naught exponent, P naught multiplied by exponent. Sorry, wait. It is same. Both are same. So that's why this has been written as, in textbook if you see, it will be written as P naught exponent of minus K A raised to n. So this means the same thing, that is this P naught raised to minus K A raised to n. So this is how it has been varying. So if you see this raised to minus term, so it will be decreasing exponentially. This decrease is called as exponential decrease. So it will be, this depth is decreasing exponentially. So that's how the DAD is varying. So in the numerical also, sometimes they'll be giving the value for maximum rainfall depth, and K value and N value and catchment area will be given, and you have to find the average depth of rainfall using this equation. You can expect a numerical from that also. So I'm not explaining that here, so but you can expect that also.